What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Ray Daniels didn't say he thinks JayZ has an album done. He didn't say he heard a rumor. He talked like he had just left the studio with JayZ himself. And that's the problem.
Learn from Hove. Hove is not going to put himself out there to be laughed at. It's just, I'm not doing 60,000, y'all. By the way, I'll tell you something that I know I heard about on the JayZ tip. Just a little quick update. His album is done.
Okay.
It's completely done. It's just, we might get it if somebody partners with him. If nobody partners with him, it's not coming.
Wow.
He is not playing about his. You cannot play about your brand.
You said this like a month ago.
Yeah, you can't. Somebody called and confirmed it from me, so I was like, okay, I just want to reveal it on the team.
He's not going to have.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Let's go.
Does first week sales at this point even matter?
I don't think so, bro.
It only matters to the industry and the people that want to laugh at you. If the industry matters, that's the only time. It's nothing.
Because back in the day, if you didn't sell a certain amount, you was dropped immediately.
Nigga, you was dead. They answer your phone.
Hell no. If you didn't do 100,000, you was out
done.
Of
That was
You're
the
done.
magic number?
Yep.
That was the magic number.
You had to be big. It was either you bigger than 100,000 first week or you smaller. It was two ways of measuring.
Yep, that was it. That was it.
Listen to how certain he sounds. That is not somebody saying, this is what I'm hearing. That is a man telling you how JayZ is thinking, why JayZ isn't releasing his album yet, and what JayZ is afraid of. And I'm sitting there like, Ray, how the hell do you know all this? That's my problem with dude. I don't think he dumb, and I don't think he knows nothing about the music business. He has a lot of experience. But sometimes I listen to him now, and it sounds like he's taking what he learned 10 or 15 years ago, mixing it with what he thinks now, and then tells the story like somebody from the label just called him 15 minutes ago. There's a big difference between experience and current information. I can have 30 years of experience in the business. That does not mean I know what two people are talking about in the boardroom this morning. And if you don't know, just say you don't know. The problem is when you need every take to sound like an exclusive. Because now Roc Nation has pushed back on the story. And suddenly we have a very simple question. Where did you get this information from, bro?
Yesterday, Ray Daniels got it really wrong. See, he was on his podcast, Ray Daniels Presents, I believe it's called, and he said definitively, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, that JayZ had a new album coming out. Let's listen.
Your reputation at all cost. We have to learn from Hove. Hove is not going to put himself out there to be laughed at. It's just, I'm not doing 60,000, y'all. By the way, I'll tell you something that I know I heard about on the JayZ tip. Just a little quick update. His album is done.
Okay.
It's completely done. It's just, we might get it if somebody partners with him. If nobody partners with him, it's not coming. He is not playing about his. You cannot play about your brand.
You said this like a month ago.
Yeah, you can't. Somebody called and confirmed it from me, so I was like, okay, I just want to reveal it on the team.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Let's go.
Well, you need to block that somebody, Ray, okay? Because Roc Nation, who I work for, allegedly, replied to that commentary by posting in their story, album done, in air quotes, fake news, okay? There is a part of me that wishes Roc Nation didn't even do that, because in a lot of ways, things like that are validation for the Ray Daniels of the world. And that's really why I'm doing this donkey this morning. See, nobody cares about having a voice that has actual value. People only care about going viral by any means, okay? I know Ray is loving this attention, okay? This is what these guys do this for. They don't care about being right. They don't care about having credibility. They just care about attention. They just care about being acknowledged. But I'm here to tell you, that's not sustainable, okay? You know, Ray told me once himself. I only met Ray once in my life. I think I talked to him twice. Once on the phone, and I met him because he was at the Black Effect Podcast Festival earlier this year in Atlanta. And he said to me that he only started podcasting, and he only says the things that he says because he wants another job in the music industry. I don't even know what that means, okay? Because I thought he was in the music industry already. But he said to me, saying the things he says gets him attention from these music industry folks I guess he's trying to work with. Well, Ray, when you get things so wrong consistently, all you do is show people exactly why you don't have a job in the music industry, okay? You call yourself a cultural referee. Well, when a sports referee consistently incorrect incorrect calls, major professional leagues and amateur organizations use internal gradings to hold them accountable, and poor grades directly lower an official's ranking within their league. Oh, your ranking's pretty low right now, Ray.
This is where I agree with Charlamagne. If somebody you trusted really gave you that information, then say that. You don't even have to give the person's name if you have a real relationship to protect. But at least come back and say, my source gave me bad information. I put my name behind it and I was wrong. That I can respect because nobody's perfect. I do this every day. If I come on here and tell y'all one thing and then I find out tomorrow I was wrong, I can't act like the video never happened. That is part of having a platform. But I'm going to tell you what makes me suspicious. I don't think he ever had a source. I can't prove it, so I'm not going to sit here and call the man a liar. But personally, I don't buy it. It sounds to me like Ray looked at JayZ's history of making big distribution plays, looked at what JayZ is in his career, and built a theory around it. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. Just call it a theory. Call it what it is. That is where your credibility starts looking messed up, dog. And this is not the first time people have pushed back on some shit Ray done said. Earlier this year, he said Roc Nation had basically gave Fat Joe the green light to go with J. Cole.
Being said, watch this. Fat Joe says, fuck it. Y'all want me to get this to get 100 million? Who is the y'all?
Roc Nation.
The motherfuckers is telling him that's running the business. So he got permission from them to go at Cole.
Oh, shit. I ain't gonna lie. You just took it somewhere. You just
Bro,
took it somewhere I didn't even think of. Yo.
Bro, he got permission to say that. He's with them. By the way, and then now you see all of the things about JayZ and J. Cole might have a beef now.
I was just about to say, is there no love for J. Cole on JayZ's end? This is your biggest partners. This is your biggest success story.
And guess
this
what?
is what I don't like, man. This is gonna get me mad.
I can break it down. No, I can break it down. I can break it down. JayZ is mad because J. Cole is being JayZ to JayZ. Y'all some suckers. If y'all mad at J. Cole for being his own man, you're mad at him for trying to be you.
Yep.
That's sucker shit. That's why I don't like the Fat Joe comment about J. Cole, because I feel like it was. They said something.
They set it up. It was planned.
They said they trying to. Fat Joe and Jada are trying to make the jump from YouTube to Netflix.
That was his theory on why Joe was talking the way he was talking. There was never public proof that Roc Nation sent Fat Joe out there to do anything. See, that's the kind of content that gets a great title. Roc Nation sent Fat Joe and J. Cole. People are going to click on that. But once you build your brain around what happens behind closed doors, every time one of those doors opens and your story don't match, people going to remember that. Then there was the T.I. situation.
I've been in the studio with Tip. Tip will tell you, hey, boy, we making a motherfucking hit.
There's just been a lot of chatter all around the board with some people agreeing with your stance, feeling like T.I. was chasing hits, some not. So what has it been like, last 24, 48 hours?
It's funny because I've been getting a lot of calls from people in the industry, shout out to certain people that call, that want to sit us down. People came to see me, we talked about it, sat down. I'm like, it's nothing personal. He just didn't like what I said. And now I don't like what he said. What happened on the thing I'm going to tell you was that I basically said the problem with Tip and 50 Cent is they chase hits. And Tip was like, what's the problem? Who got a problem with that? And I understand that position because if I heard that, I would say the same thing. But here's what I really said, just for the record. Now, let's get to the verses. It's which career would you have? Now, let me just say this about 50 and T.I. as a coach. They both chase hits. That was probably both of their faults. So that's it. Here's what I was saying. Number one is where I think Tip got mad at me about it because Tip know that I make hits for real. And I think that Tip understands that the game he's been playing. But I didn't say anything wrong. If you didn't like that I said you chase hits, then don't like that. But that's how we all talk in the business, right? I was watching Fat Joe documentary on Netflix that they made, and Fat Joe was saying if he didn't have a hit, he would feel sick.
Now, Ray has every right to critique T.I. I don't have a problem with that. But you do see the pattern. Ray don't just say, I don't like this record or this business move don't make sense to me. He loves to tell you why somebody did, what the label was thinking, who gave the permission, what somebody is scared of. That is a lot of access to claim. And if you gonna talk like that, when something blows up in your face, then you gotta come back to the same microphone and say what it is.
Okay, look, I don't know what your grade is amongst people who don't know any better. Okay, the regular everyday person who gets on YouTube and listens to you might swear by you because they don't know any better. But to someone like me, you get an F at your worst, a C+ at your best. Well, actually a C-. A C- at your best. Okay, because majority of the time I listen to you, I think to myself, is there anyone on planet Earth who knows less about what's going on in the music and podcasting business than Ray Daniels? Just my opinion, Ray. Okay, and I know you think I work for Roc Nation. Okay, I've heard your commentary on it. So you're going to try to say Roc Nation paid me to say this, but this is just all my opinion. Okay. Here's a pro tip, all right? Instead of saying matter-of-factly, JayZ album is done, how about say someone told you, or you don't know if this is true or not, but this is what you heard, okay? If you carry it like that, then it really doesn't damage your reputation or credibility in this space. But when you say it the way you said it, as if you in the studio sitting next to Guru, okay, while the track list is being arranged, as if you in the marketing meetings listening to what the rollout plan is. Okay, if you say it like that, if you say it like you 100% know what you're saying is the truth, that's when you lose credibility. Okay, you lose credibility as a media personality by breaking the trust your audience places in your accuracy, independence, and integrity. That's what y'all try to do to me when you say I work for Roc Nation, okay? You want the audience to not trust my independence and integrity. But what about your integrity, Ray Daniels? For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain a few clicks, go viral a little bit, and lose his own soul, okay? I know we in an era where people think all publicity is good publicity, but it's not, okay? Because negative attention can destroy consumer trust, all right? Ray, this might be some people's first time hearing about you. And now they know you as the guy who's loud and wrong. That can cause damage to your brand or reputation, and that can take years to fix, okay? So if you're really the cultural referee, you won't get mad at any of this. You won't make excuses for any of this. You will simply get on your platform and tell everybody you got it wrong. Okay, integrity is making sure that the things you say and the things you do are in alignment. Okay, integrity is telling the truth and fixing mistakes. Let's see how you call this on yourself, Mr. Cultural Referee.
And this is bigger than JayZ or Ray Daniels. This is about what podcasting has become. Everybody has to know something. Everybody has to have a source. Everybody got a text. Everybody heard what really happened. And sometimes y'all don't know shit. I don't know might be the most 3 honest words left in media. The funny part is, Ray has been very open about why he got into podcasting. He told all hip hop that when he started, his goal was to get a job. He wasn't even trying to build a podcast career at first. The platform was a way to get him back in position to get a job. If your platform is also your resume, then attention helps you. That don't mean you making up lies for clout. But it does mean you have an extra responsibility not to let the need to be interesting be more important than being right. And we saw something similar with Boo Man.
Boo Man, you can't put a nigga in the music business. You're not in it, bro.
Damn.
You're not in the music business. You don't talk to no chairmen. You don't talk to no A&Rs. You just talk to street niggas and show them a picture of Future and say, I got Future. You want to get on Future? And bro, and my thing is, and guess what, nigga? Hold on, stop. I'm letting you live. I'm just, it's the truth.
He's saying you hating them.
Let me tell you something.
You're not stating facts, you're hating facts. That's not.
What fact am I saying? What's not a fact?
Nothing you said is a fact.
What? Say something I said is not a fact, boo. Tell me.
Okay, cool. So you're saying I'm not doing no music business, but
you said you're not in the music business.
But I had a catalog. That got artists that's been signed. We had the first conversation we had.
Name the artist. Name the artist.
Roscoe Dash. Was that not in the music?
Roscoe Dash hasn't been around in 15 years. No, I'm saying that's not the music. I'm not dissing my nigga Roscoe, but he got that.
I was quiet.
I wasn't finished, but go. I can't believe a nigga that sells dreams. I can't believe a nigga that sells dreams called a nigga actually doing it. It's like, my nigga, you called me out. You supposed to be my nigga. I'm letting you hustle.
When he called you out?
On your shit.
What he said?
Nigga, you could have called me on the phone. Yo, Ray, I ain't like what you did.
Me on the phone.
I did as soon as you said something. Did I not, Bank?
Yeah.
That's why we here, because I called you.
He didn't call me. He called you.
I called him and he told me to call you.
Yes. I said,
he didn't call me.
Because he said, you told him to set it up and moderate it. No, it's not no he say, she say. I work on facts.
Ray spent a lot of time talking about authentic empire and questioning his business. Boo Man later got on another podcast and claimed that Ray had made hundreds of thousands of dollars talking about his name while framing him as somebody who was just selling dreams. That's Boo Man's side. You're not just having a barbershop argument anymore. You have a camera, you have thumbnails, you have hundreds of thousands of people hearing it. You can put something on a person's name that follows their business for years. So when you are wrong, my bad should not be beneath you. And I think that's really what Charlamagne was getting at. You want all the benefits from being treated like an insider when your information is right. Then you have to accept the responsibility when the information you get is wrong. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I know what JayZ is doing. I know why he's doing it. I know what he's afraid of. And then when the people around Jay tell you it's not true, you fall back and say, hey, I was just podcasting. You presented that like information. Stand on your info, correct or not. And the crazy part is, Ray don't even need to do this. That's what I don't even understand. He actually has a real music business resume. He's worked at major labels. So why cheapen that by acting like you always know what everybody else is doing? Talk about what you know. Use your experience to explain what might be happening. Say, based on my experience, I think this is what Jay might be doing. That's still great content. But the minute you remove, I think, and start talking like you was at the meeting, Now you sound ridiculous. His specific claim wasn't that JayZ was gonna make music again. The claim was that the album was done. He needed a partner, and he was afraid to put it out without one. Those are very specific things to put on somebody. So either somebody with real knowledge told you that, somebody lied to you, or you just made the shit up. Which one is it? Because that's what people are asking. And if it turns out that somebody you trusted really burned you, then I give you respect. Because then the lesson is not that Ray made something up. The lesson is that even somebody with industry experience can get bad information. But if there was no source, and this was just Ray Daniels being Ray Daniels, talking with so much confidence that he thinks it's fact, then Charlamagne is right to call that out. Because clout is temporary. Credibility is what makes people come back when your hot take is over. And once people start listening to you thinking, this dude just talking to be talking, you have a much bigger problem than being wrong about a JayZ album. Now your word don't carry the same weight. And for somebody who built this whole platform on understanding the music business, that is the one thing you cannot afford to lose. Ray Daniels don't need more clout. He needs people to believe him. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Yeah.